Hello, and welcome to Slash and Fuck, a stupid sexy D&D podcast. As the title suggests, we are a mature podcast and will be dealing with adult themes and content as our story unfolds. Since you're here, I want to thank you for starting this journey with us, and we hope you enjoy your stay. So without further ado, let's slip into something a little more comfortable.
Hello, and welcome back to Slash and Fuck. We last left off in a dark place. A place the smiling man inhabits. You've been here for a while, and Thea and Astris both just finished fighting a 50-foot wall of body parts and limbs and organs with glass wings parts present, the eye in the center, the wing. And your combined efforts stopped it, whatever it was, and seemed to have cleansed it from this realm, or whatever the hell was holding it together, at least. You're both exhausted on many levels, emotionally, physically, magically, just tired. And ahead of you, you can see there's only one place to go. And the storm clouds seem to lie just ahead, only really active ahead, where you can see some lights and it looks like tinted green down there.
Oh, Astris, why is it green? It's like the floor of the sacrifice room.
It's like it's taunting us. I don't like it.
I don't fucking like it either, Astris. What can we do but go?
If we're walking, let's hold hands.
Yeah, we'll hold hands.
It is the same green from the sacrifice room. Spot on.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so you guys hold hands and start walking. It feels again like it takes you a day to get there. Like it doesn't really start to get closer until you're almost there. And again, you hear the wind. You don't feel it. You begin to approach what now seems to be uphill towards it slightly. So you come over the rise and you see multiple things. First thing you notice is the green glow coming from the ground. This is before you enter that area, but you see it first. You see what seems to be a yellow and brown prism, almost like glass that seems to some sort of force field. It's not quite tangible. It's streaks with green and black and red, like blood vessels, along the surface. You notice that the floor looks like a jagged dais of cracked and broken, glowing black and yellow crystals. They're all over the place, but you notice there are 3 mounds of crystals that look cracked and melted together at each point of the prism.
How big is the prism? Did I miss that?
As you're looking at it, it looks like it's, no bigger than 15, 20 feet. But inside, you see rocks. He stands naked and unarmed, and not quite corporeal either. Streaks of his actions seem to have, like you see him swing at a specter. He seems to be fighting something off, but you see his arm go, and then you see him cower at the same time. You see multiple reflections of his reactions. There are times where he's fighting and he's enraged, and you'll see him curled up on the ground, bawling and crying. And it all kind of keeps happening at the same time. The specters and torturers that he's mostly fighting are just flying by like birds, slashing at him. And, you see him cover up, you see him try to fight them off. You also see what seems to be maybe maternal or paternal figures lecturing or screaming or disowning or abandoning, leaving him to begin and weep, and then he's at their grave, weeping and rage and screaming at the sky.
Poor baby.
Yeah, he's getting real tortured up in there.
Astris, do you see him? He's in there.
Oh my God, is he like living out his life or what is... I don't understand what I'm
I
seeing.
don't know. He looks upset. He looks in pain.
Oh.
Want to try to go up to the thing and examine the gross mucus veiny bulb that's covering this, the like gross veiny shell, or like the goopiness, the gooper.
Yeah, it looks goopy, but shimmers and comes and goes like force magic, you'd say, just in a really gross way. You'd say like it's covered in slime, snot maybe. But yeah, you are a bit away from this prism and this crystal dais, and it looks to you, actually, if you guys could roll insight checks.
17.
14.
This looks like a fully corrupted magical node, magic crystal that had been filled fully with that black goo, and this must be the remnants or what the laughing man is using it for.
Okay.
As you enter the green light, you notice that your movement speed is halved.
Ah, that again.
If you'd like to make another insight check.
13.
7.
Oh, make it advantage. I keep like lowering and raising DCs in my head, but I keep forgetting about advantage.
That would be dirty 20.
Sweet.
That would be a 1. So 13.
Right. Still fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time you encountered this light, you obscured it using your fog.
All right. Since fuck this green light, I'm going to flip the switch on my, I keep wanting to call it like a lutar.
Lutar. I love
Yeah.
that.
my harp lute.
Nice.
And
Double loot.
double loot action, my loot. And we're gonna fill this green shit with fog, since that's what shut it the fuck up last time.
So this is more spread out in the room. So as I said, it's spreading out in front of you, increases your speed again. But it's going to kind of stick to where it was if you're walking in a straight line. It'll only billow out and kind of take care of all of it once you're standing in one place for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably want it to be the most centered where we're going to end up standing. So like close to the prism, I guess.
Yeah.
As you enter into the green light and you look at the prism before you, you see rocks being tortured in many ways. You can see glints of the moon in the sky behind the clouds as you get closer. The jagged smile.
Motherfucker.
I shake my fist at the moon.
Flip off the sky.
You know, lightning strikes and you see just like a little bit of the side, more of the side of the smile.
Yeah, that's fucking right, motherfucker.
And, you know, you can't quite tell because the clouds are moving at a weird pace and everything, but it almost looks like the moon was like nodding. As you get towards the center, you make it there and you see the storm above you clear and you see the moon in the sky. It looks much closer now, hanging above you, almost leering. And then you start to see eyeballs opening in the sky all over the place.
No.
Just snapping open, making kind of a plopping noise when they do. And you recognize these eyes of the laughing man, the crazed and bloodshot and jaundiced eyes, as they just kind of keep popping open up around, and they start to drift around, just listing to the right, down and up. So, what do you want to do once you're next to the prism?
Can we crouch down some more to maybe be obscured by the fog more from the eyes? I feel like whatever we start doing, if we can have a modicum of cover from your fog.
All right.
If they're all specifically eyes, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I just had the idea of, I don't know if this would work, but what if I just like get down in the fog, take my dagger, stab it into like the bottom of the thing, and just run my way around the fucking crystal,
Ooh.
like sort of like cut it off around the bottom, like a
Excise it like a big cyst.
Yeah. Oh God, I love Let me Dr. Pimple Popper this bitch.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
My
All right.
sutures are gonna be beautiful.
Well, what is that dagger? Is it anything special?
No, it's just a bullshit bitch ass D4 dagger.
All right.
Like, I don't have anything special on that shit. I mean, like, I don't know. Unless my fucking instrument decides on being sharp, I've got nothing. What if I tape it to my instrument?
Well, I mean, all right. So here's what happens. You guys get run up onto the prism, and Astris crouches and puts a hand on Thea's shoulder, like, get low into the fog. And you both look up, and as you get low, the eyes and the mouth get closer, mocking you. Thea pulls out a dagger, and she's looking for a sharp part on her instrument. And she's like, what if we just took the knife and we spun around, and we took the knife to the crystal? And Astris, you think Thea might be panicking. You know that she's not a soldier trained in the ways of the blade and the hammer. Astris, you think you might actually have a tool that'd be better for smashing or destroying a crystal than a dagger.
If you have the dagger out,
Yeah.
I'll
I'm about to go in.
I'm gonna grab your
overhand
wrist.
stab, like a serial killer stab.
Yes.
Oh my god. I'll step in and grab your wrist real quick.
And I flip around like, what? We have to get him out.
Can I try to overpower you?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah, roll a...
I won't even contest.
Oh, sweet.
I want to roll for it just to see what happens.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, she just wants to see how strong you are.
I want to see how strong I am. Yeah, an 18. It wasn't that
Okay,
impressive.
well, my strength is like an 11, so like.
I love it. So
Yeah, you stopped her like a dad stops their child.
Yeah.
Grabbed their arm.
but in a hot way.
But yeah,
In a hot way,
We make eye contact, and then I pull out my morning star.
right? Her eyes are like wider than normal and like fucking wily as hell. It's hard to tell because they're just like the solid gold without the pupils, but like
Yeah.
she's fucking like
No,
a
you've
little
got
bit feral.
owl eyes going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take
yeah.
the dagger from your hand, and I'll put my morning star in it.
Oh, that's not gonna work. I'm not strong either.
No, I'm going to let you go to town. You've got the passion.
I've got the passion. All right. I mean, I'll try it.
You've
I'll
got
be
the
like,
wily eyes, like...
and I'll take it and go, ah! And I'm gonna. If she gives it to me, I'm just gonna start wailing because I don't really think she's in a place to think that hard
I'm
about
giving it
it.
to you.
What's your strength?
Not good. 11. It's a minus 0.
11.
It's
All
a
right.
0.
So you
Okay.
don't immediately drop it.
Ah!
Because she would just hand it to you with one hand.
Whoop.
It's Lilith's mace, so I was hoping that with some combined power here.
Thea, you get handed the mace. Lilithite mace. Yeah, you are pleased to find out it's a lot lighter than it seems.
Oh my god.
Nice magic item. And you go to raise it over your head to smash this crystal and roll initiative.
Oh god. 8.
17.
All right. You see the moon, the jagged smile in the sky, change shape and turn into a very small circle. And then you feel that wind that you've been hearing all at once, all of a sudden.
Oh, fun.
And roll a dex save.
Okay.
Or would it be a strength save? Roll a save and let me look this up real quick.
14 plus. I don't know yet.
Yeah, mine's either 16 or 11.
Strength.
11.
18.
All right. Thea, you're pushed backwards about 10 feet from the dais.
Well, I think I'm standing behind her. Right? Because because I stood up to.
I would like to use my reaction to stand behind Thea.
I stepped up to her to take the dagger from her, and then I handed her a mace, and then she stood up to smash it. That would leave me standing behind her.
And you were holding hands on the way up, so you're real close. All right, I'll give you a reaction. Make another strength save to grab her before she flies off.
I'll grab her by the ass.
You, not me.
Ooh. 22.
Yeah.
I'll grab her by her center of gravity, which is her ass, as we know.
It so is.
Oh, it's actually, you remember in Derby, it would be slightly above the ass.
Grab my hips.
So, Thea, you almost get blown away, but thankfully you were held steady by Astris. What you see now is the fog and the green light seems to blow away. And beneath it is that reflective watery surface. And it blows all away, and you can see now that the eyes and the moon going back into its original crescent shape starts to move around before you. And its reflection and the reflection of the eyes start to move towards you rapidly. And one of the eyes that's closest enough splashes out of the water and flies directly at Astris.
Wild.
Kind of like a fish jumping out of water. It flies at Astris, misses, about a foot to the left of her, but then lands back into the water where its reflection lies.
Ugh. That's unnerving.
And you see the mouth, the reflection of the moon, slowly creeping closer.
No.
So,
Ew.
No.
Nothing good comes out of that mouth.
Astris, it's your turn.
No, it's not, because I quit. Because that's awful. I'm kidding. Okay. Okay, I think it was my turn, and I was gonna smash a crystal. A little one.
Not an eyeball.
Not the, are the eyeballs that close?
Yeah, one just landed right next to you. It's back in the water, but it's right next to your foot.
If you squash it with your foot, does that count as movement?
Yeah, if I step on it. It can't stop me from stepping on it. If I used a little bit of my movement to try to step on it.
Sorry.
What would happen?
Like you want to move into its square?
Kind of, yeah.
It's that or run away from it.
Yeah. I want to step on it.
You want to try to kick it or?
Yeah, smash it. Make me the only reflection. I want to block the reflection with me.
Are you going to stomp? Or are you going to hit it with your mace?
I'm gonna squat over it and make my butt as big as possible in the reflection and make it not show up anymore, right? Because it's a reflection of something in the sky.
I'm just like, something's gonna try to ouch my balls, and it's gonna hit the chastity belt and go doink.
I just need to explore with this, I'm a little protected.
I love it. Go for it.
All right. Yeah, so just like a 5-foot step doesn't seem to do anything. And it looks like, you with your shield and your mace seems to be enough to block most of the eyeball, you think. But every once in a while, it seems like around the edge of your foot, you just see it like peeking, from directly above you.
Oh, that's
yeah. And now what do you do?
I can't reach a crystal, right?
You're standing right next to it, and then you 5-foot step away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With like the littler crystal, the projecting crystal.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was the big condom encased crystal or not. Yeah, I'll step back so that I can hit the crystal.
You provoke an attack of opportunity.
But I didn't leave. It's
your AC is so tall, you're probably fine.
Right? You can't move like in and out of somebody's threatened square, even 5-foot step. Right?
That's like the rogue specialty, and they've got stuff for it.
No, you're right. Like if I moved out of its range, I just thought I would still be in its range.
No, I guess you still are. Yeah, you can. No, you can 5-foot step around, huh?
Yeah, you can move within.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still within its range. So, yeah, you don't provoke
I was just like, that was a pout. I just saw a pout.
All right, and then swing on the crystal.
Big swang. Big
swang.
swanging bitch.
Yeah, I'll big swing on the crystal. Does a 16 hit an immu?
Yeah.
Okay. 6 smashing damage.
Smashing, darling.
6 damage.
Yes.
You smash into it, and it looks like you have the right tool for this job. Not only does the mace just crush and crumble into the crystal, not destroying it fully, but definitely tearing into it, it also just cuts straight through that protective skin-like barrier and just kind of shreds it off in sections. And it leaves behind oozing black, gooish like blood.
Nice. The goop.
You got a little skin still attached to the spike on your mace there.
Ugh.
Ew.
Right on one of the lips.
Gave it a present.
I want to try to shake it off, but it's just like...
Just flapping, getting caught, even worse.
Gross.
It's like fishing.
So real.
Getting bait off the hook.
Meh.
Thea, it's your turn.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast one of these fucking crystals.
Crystallis.
The cristales.
See.
Cerveza cristal. That's a dirty 20.
All right. Yeah, you hit it.
Do I have my, okay. For a second, I was like, oh God, do I have my D10 in here?
Yeah, dirty 20s, you have to do the little, whatever that sound is.
Whatever that was.
Eh.
Yeah.
Okay, so sick. That's
Natural 20 is a full-on. Like,
Oh, you have to actually come.
you have to. It's what.
All right, so that's an 8 plus 4, 12 force damage.
All right.
Daddy's big blast.
Did you attack the one that Astris was attacking, or did you attack a different one?
I think I was attacking a separate one. I think I'm just like, Astris has that one in hand. I'll fuck this other one up.
Right. You don't want to shoot at her or around her.
Yeah, exactly. That's hard. I'm going to do something else.
Yeah, you obliterate one completely.
Rage!
And you see the force field start to flicker just a bit, and the skin flaps as if like under a tent, like a line had just been pulled off.
Gross. Nice. Blech.
Once one of the crystals is destroyed, you can start to hear some of what Rock's. You can't hear what he's saying, but it sounds like through a wall. You know, it's just. Definitely cries of torment and rage and pain.
This isn't making Theo more normal.
And now it's my turn again. The reflection of the mouth rushes forward about 10 feet and then goes back to its glacial pace, getting closer. It's about 25 feet away now. The eyes are swarming, and this time many of them are within range to leap out of the water and attack.
Thea and I are still within 5 feet of each other, right?
Yes.
I did not move.
Yeah, I'm readying my reaction to impose disadvantage on any attacks on Thea.
Right. You guys notice. I'll let you take if you want a little perception check here. As multiple eyeballs leap out of water and attack both of you.
I wonder what their perception bonus is like.
You don't even want to know.
I do, though.
4.
Oh.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's freaky.
I mean, listen, it makes sense. I'm really not seeing anything right now. All I see is rocks.
Yeah.
It's in character. It's in character.
Oh, sorry. Was I supposed to roll?
Yeah.
Perception?
Yeah, you're rocks lusted.
10.
Good enough.
Fuck yeah.
I can see.
Well, you're paying attention to what's flying at you. And the eyeballs that are flying at you, kind of concerning because you're like, how are they even going to attack me? They just look like slimy eyeballs. But you notice as they get closer, they reflect the moon in the sky. It looks like those reflections of the moon in the sky are its mouth, and it goes to attack both of you. Both of them.
Ew.
Both of you get attacked by multiple.
No.
Thea, they have disadvantage against you, yeah?
It would be the first one that I can see.
Okay.
Because then
Like,
I would
no.
expend my reaction after that.
Okay. It worked.
Yes.
Thea, one of the eyeballs flies at you, and right before it reaches your face, a shield just kind of pushes it off track, and it flies over your shoulder. A second one just narrowly misses you. If you hadn't have been kind of moved by Astris there, you would have gotten hit by both of them just then. Astris, does a 21 hit you?
If it meets, it beats. So yes.
Okay. So 2 of them fly out and apply their strange, watery, slimy mouths.
Ew.
Bite attack you. For 7 damage. And you notice their fangs or teeth or whatever that just bit through one of your gauntlets and onto one of your legs, just dripping this black tar like substance from its mouth all over you.
Ew. Ew.
And then they bite on and they just wriggle, and then they fall off and splash back in.
Awful. Eyeball piranhas.
Yeah.
God, you really do just keep Theo from everything gross. You're like, get out of the way, princess, and then they fucking bite you, and you're like, ew, and I'm just like, what?
That's like got you up to the elbow. Ah!
I did my job.
Yeah.
And she's just screaming and laser beaming.
All right.
She's got the beams.
Astris.
So the crystal that I hit, I need to hit it again. I hit it again. 16. 5.
You hit it again, and it looks like all but destroyed, but there seems to be just like a little bit left of this core of power just barely hanging on.
Oh, wait. Can I use Divine Smite? Is it too late? I mean...
Yeah, sure.
8 radiant damage.
Yeah. It pretty much disintegrates what's left of the crystal there, and rocks becomes louder, a bit more clear.
Rocks!
Thea's turn.
Am I in eye line of the last crystal, or do I got to move?
No, you can see it.
Okay, I'm gonna blast that bitch. Hell yeah. 13 plus 6, 19 to hit.
It'll hit it.
And let's see. Come on, big damage, big damage!
Big damage, big damage. No whammies, no whammies.
Hey! Fuck yeah, that's a 7 plus 4, 11.
Yeah, dog.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it seems like you blast the crystal and, nearly to smithereens, just to smiths. And it's
There's a few arenes left.
Serenes.
still stuck together, still working. But yeah, it's definitely close to
Fuck yeah.
death. The eyeballs are converging again, and you see the mouth shoot forward 10 feet quickly, and then starts to move very slowly again. It seems like it's going to be upon you at this pace, especially once you break that last crystal.
I was hoping it would all just go away after
It would
we broke
just
that last
disappear.
crystal.
Yeah, you
too
could
nice.
just totally. All right, so
Definitely.
For sure.
oh yeah, and all the eyeballs start attacking again. very, very poorly.
Same story. First one, Thea disadvantage.
Fucking.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
I
Disadvantage.
haven't rolled a single roll over 7.
Woo.
Huh. I got you, Astris.
Oh.
I got
You always get Astra.
I got you with 1.
Me with like big old AC.
Yeah,
Always
5
getting
damage.
hit. Oh, dang. Dang.
Yeah. This one actually came up underneath you, the one you were standing on, bit your foot all the way around your foot, and was like suddenly your ankle was on fire, and you're like, what? And you look down, and this thing's biting your ankle and pulling at you like a dog.
Ugh. You fucking bastard. And I'll kick it
You
off.
gross little sons of bitches.
Yeah, and you
I stomp my foot and I kick it off. Ugh.
and all right, so it is Astris's turn.
Let's see, Astris' turn.
We got to move.
To the other crystal.
I mean,
Can we join our turns? Can we do our turns together again? So that we can move together in step. And then I'll ready in action to hit something that it goes to hit me.
And so you guys are moving?
I'm waiting for Thea to move.
yeah, she's gonna link her turn with mine. So now we wait for my turn.
All right, your turn.
Okay, my turn.
You are surrounded by eyes.
Okay, so attacks of opportunity.
Yes.
Okay. God, what an ugly situation.
I can move first so that I take the attacks.
Oh, I suppose that's true. Because I'm just like, if I disengage, I can't attack.
Yeah, no. I'll be first out of their
Okay.
reach.
Okay. All right, let's do that. I'll sort of buckle up behind Astris like we did last time.
Yeah.
And I'll grab out. We'll do like we did with Raoul when we were trying to break out of the circle of kobolds. And I'll sort of grab onto her back and we'll fucking run.
Jetpack.
Jetpack. That's me. That's me.
All right, and let's see. They're gonna provoke, and they're gonna miss. And they're gonna miss.
And they're gonna miss.
Never rolled so many 4s in a row. I should bet on 4 or something. Whatever.
All of it.
It's all right. So you guys just run a bit, and then shoot the crystal.
Yep.
All right.
And then once we're out of that, I'm gonna came in blasting.
She came in blast.
Yeah.
That's not the
And
one.
then we're going to see rocks, and then we're going to be happy ever after. Nothing bad's going to happen.
13 to hit.
Yeah.
That's another 11 damage.
All right. Yeah. You just destroyed it. Again.
Don't fuck with me.
Yeah. This time you break the 3rd crystal and you see the skin flap again as the final tendon pops. You can hear Rox clearly now screaming, but quickly gets muffled as the skin closes up and wraps around him like a cocoon and tightens up vertically. And now you can see him thrashing in this skin cocoon and screaming. So you can still hear the muffled. Behind you, the smile in the reflection seems to be much larger and broader, and you see a tongue start to creep out of the mouth of the smile. Huge.
Blech.
And slimy. That black goo just seems to run from it, and it slaps around and kind of like a dead fish or a dying fish on the deck flopping. And you see the smile actually get smaller as it rises from the water, and it shrinks, and a black mass that absorbs light rises behind this smile as it shrinks to fit the size of this mass, which ends up to be about 13 feet tall. The smile is still broad, and too broad for the size, and you start to see the shape of it. It seems to be taking form on all 4s, and its arms and legs seem too long between the joints. Like there might be one too many joints on each limb. Bones seem to take shape in weird forms as if they're popping in and then popping out of existence as it rolls, and you hear bones cracking and taking shape as it seems to be sitting on its elbows, one of its joints, but looks like its elbows with its hands reaching out towards both of you.
Yeah.
And its hands have far too many fingers, like dozens of fingers. They're all writhing and, some are popping, and it looks like they're all kind of grasping and wanting.
I just pantomimed the shape you were discussing. The shape you were discussing, and it's disgusting.
And yeah, it's like it's on its knees too, but also you see its legs kind of curl a couple more times. Strange, yeah, its spine seems to be in a zigzag shape, and everything seems distorted. Its face, as it stretches out towards you, lengthwise, its head moves up to look at you, and its head moves and rocks side to side. Roll a will save.
Fuck. 18.
Dirty 20.
You gotta make the noise. As the face looks up at you, you finally see the eyes form, and you had both of you had a moment where that same old feeling that it loves to employ washed over you of humiliation, and you brushed it off. It's still quite terrifying and weird and horrible where you are right now, but you aren't magically affected by it, and that's a good thing.
One rung higher on the shit ladder.
Yeah, the smile on the figure grows wider and then grows smaller again into a small circle, and you see above it in the sky, it looks like the moon turning into a full moon. And you look back down, and you're somewhere else. In fact, you recognize this place. It's Haven. Astris, you see it's nighttime. It's a quiet night in Haven, and you hear the sound of guards marching, coming down the street, but too many, more than would normally be out at this time. Thea, you see the guards marching with torches and weapons out, as they are led by the magistrate, and they are going door to door, and it looks like they're pulling people out of their homes, and they are either arresting them or killing them on the spot. And it goes from one corner to the next. You see it advance as if it had been hours, and many places are just on fire, screaming, people, blood. You see people you know from the chalice, either dead in the street or being taken away. You see people being burned at the stake. You hear cries of witch, impure, weapons clashing. As you look into the faces of people crying, you look down and see pools of water that you see down into depths, like light shining into deep water. You see reflected back down, drowning or drowned kobolds staring hopelessly to the surface. It's silent, and you just see them sinking, looking like, what have I done? And you know that you're at the Aurora now, watching them take their final moments. The water rushing around you starts to fill your ears, and you look upward through the white water, and you no longer hear water rushing, but a roaring, a horrible roaring cry. And you see Glasswing and the Smiler. The Smiler in a different form, still smiling, but a form of like a little imp, very tiny, especially compared to Glasswing lying on her side, one of her wings being cut off as the Smiler giggles.
Mama, no!
The sound of the roaring is upsetting, but also hurts something in your mind. Roll a wisdom save again.
18.
Dirty 20.
Nice. More anime, please. Less anime. Nice. Okay.
You're welcome.
You guys were wrapped up. Obviously, now this is an illusion playing out before you. You were already in a liminal place as it is, so it wouldn't be weird to just go wherever you're being taken. But this, you both look at each other and realize that something is taking you somewhere else and showing you things.
That he's
And
fucking with us.
it's not really the reality check. It's like, well, obviously, we just saw 3 different things really quickly, but there's a tone that you both hear. It's almost like a mosquito noise, just barely you can hear it. And it's really annoying once you can hear it. And you think that's what's responsible here. And you look up at the sky and you see the full moon is still a small circle. And you notice the tone is coming from the moon, the mouth.
Is this tone similar to the tone that was in the sacrificial room?
Yes. And thinking back, this tone was also going on when the kobolds were drowning.
Okay, when I outplayed this guy. So I'm going to try to do that again. Hopefully I'll be better at finding it than I was last time. But God, so I'm going to try to cancel out the tone with my instrument.
Okay, it is a performance check. You're going to have advantage on it because you have fought it before. Yeah.
Sick. Fuck yeah. All right, so that's a 15 plus 6, 21.
Got it. Still made it a high as fuck DC, but you still got it.
Thank God. I know my first roll was a 5, so thank God.
All right, so you just quickly find the note that cancels out this annoying one, some weird discordant harmony that's going on, and you begin to see the illusion fall away, and before you is just the smiler again.
Shouting profanities like the whole time.
All right, so you drop the illusion and the smiler is waiting for you. Would you like to keep your initiative? I mean, it's just you guys and him. You guys want to keep your initiatives locked. All right, so we will start with me. The laughing man starts coughing and sputtering and giggling as it starts scooching forward towards you on its elbows and knees. And then it keeps kind of sliding under this goo that it can't quite get purchase.
Upsetting.
And it smiles wider, and you see another limb come from between his arms.
Of course
With
it does.
a big claw, and it flies out in front of it 10 feet and holds onto the ground and starts pulling the smiler towards you.
So gross.
With its hands with too many fingers held outward toward you. And it's going right towards you.
Ew! Girl, we gotta either kill this or grab our boy and move.
All right. Are you still doing that disadvantage thing?
Absolutely.
All right. Fucking the smiler's claw that comes up from underneath it flies out again and just barely misses your foot. It's right between your feet, Thea.
Thea screams.
And it pulls itself straight up to you with its face just about chest level.
Oh no, go away! Those are my good bits.
And now it is Astris's and Thea's turn. Not much planning to be had here, so we'll say Astris goes and then Thea, because that was the original order.
Sounds good.
I will use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on the smiler, which will mark it as my quarry. And until the spell ends, I deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever I hit it with a weapon attack. And I have advantage on any wisdom check I make to find it. He cannot hide from me, even though he is very close.
All right. How do you think that would look? Do you think you're like
Ooh.
pricking your finger and flinging a drop at him, or
I feel like there's like a mystical chain that envelops him, like
Ooh,
in like a circle, as almost like a crosshair of chains.
nice.
Because we are bound together now.
Like it
love
wraps over and then another one, and then you see it like,
Yes.
yeah,
I'm liking the chain-based blood things.
nice.
Yeah. And then with my action, I'd like to attack it.
Are you gonna divine smite?
Potentially, if it hits.
All right, yeah.
Use my last spell.
Okay.
19.
Yeah, it hits.
Yes. Thank you. 5, so I will divine smite it.
Did you add your hunter's mark?
Oh, thank you.
I always forget it.
And we'll consider this a fiend.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's not a fiend, but
So
Lilith
9.
hates it. So
Lilith hates it, so it is.
Yes. 9 bludgeoning. 12 radiant damage.
dope. Yeah, Astris, you step forward and you raise your mace in front of you. And let's see, how would your divine smite look?
That one, I feel like, is a pulse of blood from the center of the mace, but it's their blood.
Ooh.
I'm getting
I
their
like that.
their own blood on them.
Right. Okay.
Disrespect.
Yeah, as you raise your mace into the air in front of you, a trickle of black fluid comes out of the smiler, and you see a red and black glow as you strike down, and it all seems to be shot back into and onto the smiler, caving in, breaking several fingers along the way, and caving in a large part of the shoulder area. And it's almost like breaking something like just wood under there, like it cracked, and like a frame holding up a curtain. And Thea, it's your turn.
I want to blast him, but I think I'm too close.
You could step on the other side of me. Use me as cover.
Use me as cover. I mean, I guess I kind of do already.
That's the cheat, right?
That's the cheat, is use Astris like a fucking chest-high wall. I will step back behind Astris and blast his ass.
Blastris.
Blastris! Blastris! 17?
I'm afraid not.
Okay.
Yeah, just though. It seems like you thought it would hit, but it seemed to like go through it like a sheet. More center mass next time.
Okay.
Might have gotten freaked out because the fingers were...
Probably. They
Wriggling.
were really gross. There's a lot on my mind. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, you're kind of distracted.
Yeah, every miss is totally explainable and justifiable.
Right. All right. My turn. And Astris, you got its attention. So it will try to touch you with its hands and its fingers.
Come at me. Ugh.
Oh, wait, 21 does hit?
Does hit.
All right. So the hands came up and tried to like grab your face gently. And, you just backed up and batted them back with your shield. And as you were kind of backing up off balance a little bit, the extra appendage from underneath it shoots out and smacks you in the face.
Jump
and
scare.
Grabs on. All right, 4 damage, and roll a strength check.
6.
6.
Yeah.
Total?
Yeah. I rolled a 2.
Oh, wow.
All right, you are grappled. It pulls you into its square.
Oh god.
With its extra hand. It's clutched around your face. You can sort of breathe out of the corner of your mouth, but it's just this black appendage with not quite fingers, but just black, more black appendages that shapeless and absorb light. All right, Astris, it's your turn. You can roll a strength check to try to break the grapple.
Yeah.
or take control of the grapple, that kind of thing, whatever you want to do.
I'll reverse Nelson him. Maddie, it was a 16.
She booping the dice.
Yeah, she's
just...
she's like reached right in.
Oh, it's adorable.
It was a 16, I swear to God.
All right.
That makes it a dirty 20.
Oh, I got a 1. That's my natural 1.
Oh.
Oh. That's the premature ejac phase.
Oh.
All right, so yeah, you break the grapple. It flies off your face, kind of like a lamprey or like eel or something, and flies back underneath.
Motherfucker.
All right, now it's you can move or
I'll stay where I am. Wait, you said it pulled me forward?
yeah, you're back into your square in front of it again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
Thea.
Okay. I'm gonna try to blast it again. It's the only thing I've got. Okay, that'll do. We started with a 19. Plus 6. Big number. 25.
Yeah.
That'll... Nice. 12 points
12.
of force damage.
Sweet. Are you aiming anywhere in particular? Its face, its hands?
It's fucking face.
Its face. Yeah, you hit it pretty much between the eyes. You rolled so high there. And it's this weird funhouse mirror effect. When you should have blown its head off, it warped and contorted in a weird way, as if it had just been pulled back like a sheet. And then it rubber bands back towards you. But when it comes back, it's frowning and it's staring at you, and it doesn't look happy at all. So it's going to touch you with its hands. Or it's going to try to.
Yeah, I love whatever that sphere of don't touch me is.
Yes. Protection.
Love it.
Does the 16 hit you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm rolling high now.
Fantastic.
Oh, sweet. I missed the last one. Okay. You guys are right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
It actually reaches out and touches both of you and just softly cups the side of your face. And the frowny face looks angry, and you can just feel like one of its fingernails, like one of the thumbs, puncture into your cheek.
Ooh.
Thea and Astris, it just caresses the side of your face. 4. Thea, it's 4.
Okay.
Drained. You can't recover those hit points. And you took 3 hit point drain. And the lamprey appendage tried to get you again, Astris, but you just dodged out of the way.
Sweet. Oof. Oof. Bad news, bad touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
But what if we could... No, never mind.
It looks like it's hurting.
No, I was just... What if we could convince it to use its powers for good?
No, fuck this motherfucker. I'm killing him.
No, I agree. Just having a third tentacle,
Totally true. Totally fair. I am not Sailor Moon.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that stuff happens after they kill them with beams of light. So he's still blast him.
I'm not rehabilitating this bitch. He just stuck his fucking finger through my cheek.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill him.
That's fucked.
That's my moneymaker.
You say that with every part of your body.
Yeah, it all makes me money.
That's my best part.
Yeah.
People pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah, excuse you.
Astris, your turn.
Again? I'm just going to hit him.
Sick.
You have an extra d6 of damage.
Thank you for
Oh, yeah,
reminding
because of
me.
your hunter's mark.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I don't need to roll that yet. Yes, does 20. It does hit. It's 20 something. 25. 15 damage. Damage.
Nice.
All right. You, Astris, where are you aiming?
Well, his joints, like The
Ooh.
other shoulder, I want him to not have arms for touching our faces anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
I love that.
yeah.
So you go for the other side and break through his what would be a collarbone. Seems like several layers, like breaking through a pallet. And its posture changes as it seems to crumble and start leaning against different bones and different parts of its body and limbs. And it looks like it's more in a child's pose or a crawling state now. Yeah, almost like it's bowing in subservience to you on the ground as it scooches forward.
It's acting like it loves us, but it's hurting us. I don't like that.
Fuck this thing. Fuck this fucking thing.
All right. So it's Thea's turn.
I want to blast it.
Blast it.
The old blaster.
Give her the old blaster.
What is a warlock but a big old blaster? Give me them good numbies. All right.
Good numby, good
18.
Ooh.
18, that hits.
Woo!
Good numby.
Oh, fuck yeah. 14 force damage.
Damn.
All right.
Nice.
It seems to, when you blast it, the bolt goes into its center of mass and seems to fold all of it inside of itself and collapse like a tent. And you begin to hear a giggle, like a snotty giggle from the pile of stuff before you.
Phase 2.
Bones and ligaments.
And the mouth in the sky swoops down and consumes the body in front of you
What?
Gross.
as the smile, the moon in the sky, opens again, and you feel and smell the breath of 1,000 victims in the most acrid, sweet, putrid smell as it giggles again, this time deep, resonating through you, and its tongue whips out and smacks at both of you.
Ah!
Disadvantage for her.
Astris, you ready your shield and take the brunt of all of it as the tongue slides across your shield, leaving behind slime. It giggles again. Astris, you recognize this giggle. The last time you heard it was before it exploded in goo. The mouth starts getting wider and wider and starts to inhale.
Can I shield both of us?
It's your turn now, Astris.
Can I get us both reasonably behind the shield?
Well, it's not a tower shield, so...
No, but me in front and then her behind me, so that if we're at a Carrot Top live situation, you know what I mean? It's all on me.
She can block me from Carrot Top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won't see me.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not, growing and bubbling like it did the last time. It just reminds you of that laugh where it's, obviously has something up its sleeve.
Oh, I see. I thought it was telegraphing that it was going to do that move again. That's how I interpreted that.
What you are feeling is its breath pulling in and pulling you towards its mouth.
Bad. Bad. Well, okay. Thea, still get behind me in my shield.
Oh, yeah, I haven't left. I live on your ass.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that.
And
Build a little house there.
its tongue is kind of lolling about if you want to try to take a swing at it.
At the tongue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd love to. 24.
Woo!
That'll hit.
Yeah, doggy. Does the tongue count for Bane?
Yeah, sure.
8.
8 damage.
I rolled poorly.
That's fine.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Its breath shudders for a moment, and you hear and continues to breathe in as the tongue kind of whips around and gets closer to the mouth. Thea.
I blast it. Natural 20!
Oh, you gotta come now.
Yeah, I gotta come.
Instantly.
Oh,
Let's go. Oh, nice. That's what I love to hear.
Yep, sorry, it took me a minute to get there, guys.
Nice.
Beautiful
nice.
agony.
Glad that we could be together for that.
Oh, fuck. Okay, sick. All right, let's ride. 8 plus 8 is
16.
16 plus 4, so 20.
20 damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
And as it hits, you can just hear a fuck you.
Nice.
Blast.
Yeah, you blast the tongue as it was whipping about, trying to get back into its mouth, and pretty much obliterate it back in. It was almost back in there. It was curling up, and you just pulverized what was left of this already kind of beat up tongue due to the mace. And yeah, so it's the Smiler's turn, and it seems like it wanted to pull you in, but that hurt enough that it started to scream, and its mouth closes, and you see arms, limbs growing from behind it like a spider, different lengths, and seem to be a growing number of them from behind, all directions from behind the Smile. And it looks like almost like a flower of limbs with hands that have too many fingers.
Okay, I have a question. I've got lay on hands. Can I use that to ask you to lay off hands?
Lay off them, please.
Can you lay off hands, please? The spiral flower lotus of hands and arms, you were saying.
Yeah. It's going to attack Thea. You see all of them act kind of in wave pattern, but all at once as they reach out and snap forward like a mouth in front of the mouth, snapping right at Thea.
With disadvantage.
Yes, disadvantage. Eating mostly shield again.
Pow.
Very strong maneuver in a 2-person game.
It really is.
Yeah. But yeah, all the hands came down like flopping, but they all came together at the same time in one big clap and twang. And if it was your hand, I feel like it would hurt quite a bit to smack against a shield like that.
Yeah.
But they pull back up and they start waving around, sort of like a peacock tail, because you know what those are.
That's good.
Yeah.
There used to be peacocks that lived by my middle school.
Nice.
I love them.
Oh my god, how many fucking forms does this thing have?
For real.
All right. I'm getting nervous about Rox. I feel like we need to go deal with him.
It's Astris' turn.
It is. Okay. Do you want me? I can try and lay some scare down. You know, he's peacocking. I can peacock.
Try it. I might bolt.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, that would be a really terrible idea. I won't bolt. I'll drag you with me.
I feel like I want to flash him.
It begins to inhale again.
Yeah, I think that's how I'll channel divinity and present my holy symbol. And what's my prayer of denunciation is, hey, fucker. And then I show him my tits.
Hi.
Hey, ass butt.
Hey, ass butt.
Here's a gift.
Yeah. Well, you know, he wants to
Is that-
use shame.
Is that a full action? Like, can you attack while you do that?
Let's see. As an action. Action.
Okay.
Sick.
And it has to roll a save.
Let's roll a save. Yes. My save is
Oh, it's a frightened effect?
of disadvantage. Spell save DC's 13.
I save.
Ooh, all right, half speed.
Cool. And Thea, it is looking rattled. It is looking less like it's playing with you and more like it's angry and defensive.
I'm gonna blast it.
Sweet. Give her a blast.
What more can I do but blast?
Yeah.
Fuck did I put my die? 18.
That hits.
9 points of force damage.
You throw your bolt at it, and again, it collapses within itself. This time with so many layers and so many arms, it looks like it continuously just keeps sucking into itself. And you hear this screech, like air escaping through water, and it fills your ears and your head as this screech starts rumbling everything around you. And you look over and you see the cocoon that Rox is in start to slide down and untwist and unroll. It falls, and Rox falls on top of it, covered in slime. And Thea, you run towards Rox.
Damn straight I do.
Place you're in, rumbling and becoming unbearable to be in. You get close, and you reach towards Rox, and he opens his eyes and sees you and reaches out towards you, and your hands touch as the rest of this place begins to collapse around you, and you see all of this plane suck up into a point of black on a plane of white where nothing exists, and you feel love.
Baby. She's just like screaming for him the whole time, like, Rox! The whole time everything's going topsy-turvy and folding in on itself. It becomes distorted, and you get that like, as time gets very funky and shit.
Yeah, totally. You both open your eyes, and you're back in the chamber of the Wise Master. The torches on the wall are low, lights are low, and there are no sounds except for the sizzle of the magma in the chamber. It is peaceful and quiet, and you're back on your home plane. It's a very odd feeling to miss material reality and be back to it. You guys are lying down on your backs, now facing each other.
I guess I'll sit up and like look around and see if is there anyone in here with us?
No, it's just you two.
Honestly, probably the first thing I do is sit up and go, Astris!
Yeah, like waking up from a nightmare, but you're both, like, did you? And
Are you okay?
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
Oh, it was awful. Where's Rox?
Let's go back to the infirmary.
You guys begin to rise. As you rise, the lights go up a bit with you, and you start heading down the hallways toward the infirmary. It must be the middle of the night. There's not many people out, but you guys run over there, and you barge in, and there's no nurses or anything around. And you go through the waiting room. You go into the intensive care area, and you notice everyone is in there. And Rox is in there, and he's sitting up, and everybody's surrounding him. And they're, trying to be quiet, but everybody looks very hopeful and happy. And Rox looks lucid and, kind of very tired. Like you've seen him after a long mission, basically, after he's been out for 3 weeks. And he comes back, and he had to be strong for everybody for 3 freaking weeks. And then finally he comes back, and, he's relaxed. That's kind of how he looks, but, much worse. Mm-hmm. You recognize it. As you enter the room, his eyes just gravitate towards yours, and you lock eyes, and it looks like that he's finally smiling for the first time. The nurses and the doctors notice and make a path for the two of you, and you approach him.
You're okay.
He reaches out, grabs your hand softly, and just whispers back barely enough for you to hear, thanks to you.
She'll squeeze his hand, and who am I kidding? She's going to go in for a hug and kind of bury her face in him.
Yeah, so you you turn into a puddle on his chest. And, you've been waiting to do that for a long time. You weren't sure if you were going to, and every time you heard about him, it just got worse. So this is a good time to be vulnerable. The doctors and nurses have left, aside from maybe a few who are just a little bit ways away in case something goes wrong. Astris, you see this, and you also see Rox look over Thea's head at you, and he makes eye contact with you and nods, and he says, thank you to you too.
Yeah, I nod back at him, but I'm gonna keep a polite distance away so they can have their moment.
No, he starts wiggling his toes at you, come on.
Come on, there's room.
I mean,
Room for one more.
Astris likes to watch. It's cool.
Astris likes to watch.
Astris pulls over the stool.
And her notebook. This is going to be educational.
Yeah, what is that? Is it the same with kobolds?
Yes.
Yeah, and Rox embraces you, and he's saying a lot of things. I never thought I'd see you again. I never thought I would get out of there. I thought I was goner, that kind of thing. And you're saying the same thing. Yeah. Same. So Maybe we could leave it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did it.
God, I came up with the idea for rocks almost a year ago at this point, so it's really fun to finally interact with them. Thea and rocks have been a long time coming, so I'm really glad we got to share that with y'all. Also, sorry if the beginning of the fight in this episode is a little weird. We all had a different idea of what that structure looked like, but we got there. Thanks for sticking with us through another episode. It means so much to us. Episodes of Slash and Fuck are released every other Monday. Stay warm, stay safe, stay loved. Talk to y'all again in a fortnight.